The Larkspur real estate market has honestly felt undersupplied all year. Now, really similar to what was happening in Corte Madera, there really wasn't two similar properties listed at the same time at any point throughout the year. So what that really benefited was for sellers, for homeowners selling their property, was it really gave them exclusivity. There weren't really two similar 3 bedrooms on the market at the same time, or 4-bedroom houses on the market at the same time, or even 5 bedrooms. It was all kind of scattered and sporadic throughout the year. So when any individual property was listed, buyers really that wanted a specific type of house, those buyers really had to laser focus on the one that was available, which really drove prices up. Now, sitting at the end of Q3, we're seeing the median price point for a house in Larkspur above 2.4 million. And with only about 40 sales happening in the quarter, which was a lot compared to the first 2 quarters of the year. Q1 and Q2 only had about 40 total combined, whereas Q3 had 40 by itself, which is very typical of a regular yearly market. But what that undersupply ultimately did was any buyers really hyper-focusing on Larkspur really only had the choice of 1 or 2 properties at any given time. So it created a whole lot of competition and really drove those values up. Now, as we sit here at the start of October, the start of Q4, there really aren't that many listings on the market right now either, which really benefits sellers or homeowners, because if you do need to sell this year, or if you want to sell in 2021, there's sort of a 4 to 6 week window right now at the start of October until I would say the end, or sort of mid to end November, right before Thanksgiving, where buyer attention is still laser focused and white hot on property in Larkspur. And buyers are still sort of feeling the pinch of not having a whole lot of options. So they're laser focusing on what is available. Whereas if you're in the market to buy something in Larkspur, obviously supply is the ultimate variable, but because there's still so much buyer attention right now, it's probably better for buyers to wait until post-Thanksgiving, and that window between Thanksgiving and sort of early January, where obviously the market's severely undersupplied, but anybody that's got a listing on the market during the holiday season, as a buyer, you almost know that they have to sell. Otherwise, they would probably wait and hold off until spring of 2022 before, like, when that buyer attention comes back. So where I'm going with this, if you are in need of selling a property, there's sort of a 4 to 6 week window right now before Thanksgiving, where either on or off market, like, buyers are still buying properties off market, which is allowing homeowners to not have to leave their house throughout the sales process, as well as buyers, if you want to potentially find a deal, or at least find less competition, waiting until post Thanksgiving and probably early December is when you're going to see the most buyers fall out of the market, the less competition on listings, the less competitive offer situations, and potentially landing something for, I would say significantly undervalued, but at least under the current market value that exists sort of end of Q3, start of Q4. So if the goal is to transact a property, buying or selling, be strategic is probably the resounding message that I'll leave you with. Be very strategic about how you do it. Do not list too late in the year. And if you're buying, just wait a little bit. You might find something that really piques your interest with a little less competition than's on the market right now.